So I just want to do a little intro, but this week's video I am making a cinnamon roll apple pie. So I saw this video on Facebook. It was like one of those tasty videos, and I wanted to try it out, or my mom convinced me to try it out to see if it was any good, and that's what I'm gonna be making today. So in the video you'll see this is future Natalie. So past Natalie did not know that that pie would win her first place in her church's pie contest, even though I didn't want to win, but I did it for fun. But yeah, so it won first prize somewhere in the world. So you know, it's pretty good if you decorate it nicely. So let's get into the video and I'll show you how it's made. So we're gonna first start off with 5 Granny Smith apples, some 2 cans of cinnamon rolls, half a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And these are all the utensils you're gonna need. You're gonna need a roller, a knife, an apple peeler, measuring things, and a pie tin. Right here you see me peeling all these apples very nicely. And it's very cool. Time lapse is a cool thing. Okay, now you throw all the scraps away, then you cut all the apples. I don't have like a specific technique, I just do whatever is easy to me. So I start by cutting one part, cutting the other, cutting another, and cutting another. It's math really, but fun stuff. Next, once you get all your apples, you put them in the bag. Then you add your half cup of sugar. Then you add your 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then you add your 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And then after I added like a teaspoon of lemon, just so that the apples wouldn't brown or anything. Then you put it all in that bag. In the video it says you put it in a bowl, but I don't do that. I put it in a bag to save things. I think it's easier like that. You could see how evenly dispersed the spices are. So you massage it a little bit, tap it down, make sure it's all in there. Then this was the trickiest part. So I originally tried it and I did like how the video showed, like individual cinnamon rolls rolled out. But I didn't like how that turned out, so I tried to make just one huge top layer. And that was very difficult, as you can see right here. Like, it's taking me forever. Like, it took me a legit 20 minutes just to get it to that nice crust. And then you see on the bottom layer right there, I gave up because it was hard. So I did the little individual ones. Oh, and right here I have melted butter. I didn't really measure it, I just put whatever I had in there. And then in the other bowl, it's a mixture of cinnamon and sugar. And I sprinkled that on top of the pie, or the bottom layer, so it comes out very nice. Then I layered the apples, make it look nice and pretty in there, even though no one's gonna see it, they're only gonna eat it. Very nicely organized and spread out. You could do it however you want. I just did it so it's evenly dispersed. But some people just dump the whole bag on there and they don't care. But I did it so I save space. Then you could add some of the juice on top of it that's left over or not. However, your choice. Then you put the layer that we did and you put it on top and you kind of pinch the edges together. In the oven it should, like, if you pinch it together, it should bake together, and then there's your crust. But yeah, you just do that, and what you see, like the white stuff on top, that's the flour from just making sure it doesn't stick to the wax paper. And then you're gonna get a little butter and butter it on top of the crust so it's nice and buttery, I guess. This is optional, you don't have to do this. I just did it because I thought it looked nice. And then you add, or you don't have to, but I added some of the cinnamon sugar spice on top to give it more of a cinnamony feel. Then you want to cover it on the top with aluminum foil. And then you're going to pop that in the oven once you got it all nice and done. You cover it with foil and you put it on the oven for 35 minutes. See, very gently put it in the oven. You don't want to burn yourself. Close the oven. Then you set the timer all the way to 45 minutes. At the end of 35 minutes, 35 minutes, you should take the foil off and then bake for another 10 minutes. Once you remove the uncovered thing, you put it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. And then once that's done, you let the pie cool. And then once it's completely cool, you could drizzle it with icing. And as you could see, I did that pretty nicely. And then you enjoy. I think it tastes better like when it's hot and fresh, but I baked this overnight, so it wasn't completely the fullest capacity of how good it should be. But yeah, that's how I made my cinnamon roll apple pie.